Well, hi there, beautiful people. I'm going to look into Sadiq Khan today and get an intuitive look and see into Sadiq Khan. I want to look into seeing if he's going to stay in power. How much longer do we have to put up with him? Will he be pushed out because of the grooming gangs? Inquiry that Rupert Lowe's opened up, and also the police officers have highlighted the thousands of cases in London. And I want to see what's going on with him. Quite honestly, I'm done. He's a dreadful man in my opinion, and he shouldn't be in a position of power. So let's have a look, and I don't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. So obviously these are just my opinions. Please do your own research into him. If there's anything you want to look up, I have not done much research. It's just what I know, what I've seen, the state of London as, while I've worked in it for the last 20 years, or over 20 years, I should say, in both the West End, the city, it's not what it used to be, but that's just my opinion, obviously. Let's have a look and see. I want to see Sadiq Khan at the moment. What do we need to know about him? And we'll go from there and look into the rest of it as we go along. So Sadiq Khan, what do we need to know about him? Honestly, I think the man's delusional. He's such a good liar. It's unbelievable. But then, is he? His lies are so... Anyway, let's have a look and see. Sadiq Khan, what does the universe want to tell me about him? Or tell us about him? Obviously, there are no facts here. This is just an intuitive reading. And you can do your own research. But this is just for entertainment purposes only. And it's all alleged, right? Sadiq Khan, first card. The Sun. The second card, Secrets. High Priestess, third card, Fighting for Valor. Seven of Wands, middle card, the Six of Pentacles. Well, I did not expect him to come up as the Sun. Let's see what comes with it. Two of Cups in the bottom. At the outcome, 5. And the Queen of Wands. Okay, so let's have a look into this and see what the universe wants to tell us about Sadiq Khan. Sadiq Khan's coming up as the Sun, which is not what I expected. But because it's got the 5 of Swords next to it, this could be it's the child card sometimes, the children. And he thinks he is in the sunshine. He thinks he's looking very pretty. He's proud of his own work. He... when a kid gives you a drawing that they've done and it's, it's all brown, but you've got to think it's amazing. I think he's got this delusion in his head that he is a phenomenal mayor of London. And that's how he sees himself, is this phenomenal, doing well. Then you've got the Secret card. Now, this is interesting to be aspected with the Secret card. He's got a lot of secrets, and we all know that, right? He's got a lot of secrets. He's fighting in the past. He's fighting for his valor. He's fighting to keep his position. He's fighting off everything, and it's a unique strategy. It's not a strategy that would be one the military would probably take. This is a very unique strategy. It's a strategy of, if I say that, this, then if I say that, then this will come out. And it's interesting though, because wands are normally very integral, and I don't see him as integral. But he's fighting for his valor in the past. In the middle, you've got the 6 of Cups. So he wants to come across as looking generous to the public. He wants to come across as being, very, and quite nostalgic as well. So he's trying to portray himself as generous and nostalgia. Now, the 2 of Cups is interesting because this is an agreement card. There will be an agreement in the future, a coming together of 2 in the future. So that's quite interesting. Is that I don't know who the other person is. I don't know what who the 2 parties could be, other than there will be a coming together of 2 parties. Now you've got the 5 of Swords underneath, which is a lot of arguing, fighting. It is a battle card. There are winners and losers in this, and the loser's always going to be very disappointed. But then there is a woman as the advice as well. So it's almost like pick your battles, fight your battles, trust your gut. Go with your gut, go with your instinct, go with your intuition. She's the queen. She doesn't need anyone to support her. She sticks to her guns. She's very strong. So I feel like Secrets could be exposed. You've got the sun there and the secrets, so secrets could definitely be exposed. I'm going to ask for a little bit more advice on this reading. So I've got the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands. So things are going to flip, unexpected flipping. What's at the bottom is going to the top, and then you've got the King of Wands. So I've got the King and the Queen of Wands in this spread. Now, I find this very, very interesting because this is like unexpected flipping. Something unexpected could derail everything. And I feel like a gentleman will be involved in the flipping of the reality that we're looking at the moment. So there could be someone who comes in and flips the narrative completely, and it comes out of the blue. It's unexpected, but it is karmic. So that's interesting. I mean, he does have a massive ego, so I'm not surprised that he thinks he's the sun. It's the best card in the deck. So I'm very amazed that it came up for Sadiq Khan. Okay, let's keep looking into this. I want to see if the grooming gangs, I want to see if he knew about them and buried them. Wow. Flipped out of the pack. That is a fiery yes. I'm going to put it back in and finish it and do the spread, see if it comes up again. Wow. Okay, let's see. Sadiq Khan and the grooming gangs. Did he know about them and did he bury them? Does he know about them and did he bury them? Was he influential in squashing the cases? Did Sadiq Khan know about the grooming gangs and did he squash them? In London, that is. Let's have a look. Okay. Hermit. Queen of Swords. In the past, King of Cups. In the middle, Four of Swords. Outcome, Secrets. High Priestess. 5 as the advice, 5 of Cups, and Divine Timing with the Temperance card. So that is an interesting read. So with him coming up as the Hermit, and my question was, did he know about the grooming gangs in London and did he squash them? I've got the Hermit and the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. So I'm going to say yes, he did. The King of Cups is a psychological genius, hides things under his coat, and tries to sort of pretend things didn't, you don't look here, you nothing to see. And he's a psychological genius, and not that I call Sadiq Khan a psychological genius, but he's a psychological genius, this guy. And he can bury his emotions, and he can portray this speaking and no emotions and that sort of thing, because he is the psychological genius. He did bury and get involved in squashing these grooming gang cases in London. Now, with the outcome being secrets, I don't think we're going to find all of it out. It's hugely disappointing with the 5 of Cups, but there are still 2 cups standing, and then there is Temperance. So in divine timing, in the universe's timing, I think we could know more about this. I'm just going to ask for a little bit more. It's a slow... So I asked for more advice. We've got the Death card and the Devil. He's not in control. Let's not kid ourselves. He's not in control. Someone is pulling the strings. Someone is telling him what to say. Someone above him is pulling the strings, and it's very slow and painful to watch, and it's very slow and painful to for him as well. But there's a new dawn. But there is someone pulling his strings. He's not as in charge as he thinks he is. So that's interesting. So he did squash them. How much will come out, I guess, will depend on whether the powers that be are still in place, the ones that are hiding it in the first place, whoever controls him. Okay, let's look and see. How long, I don't know if I'd love him to be out of power. Will Sadiq Khan get pushed out of his role as the Mayor of London? I'm not even sure when the next election is for the Mayor of London, but will Sadiq Khan in the next, I don't even know when it is, but will he be able to stay in his role, or have the public had enough and he's gone too far? Will he be pushed out? Let's ask. Just for curiosity, we might have to recheck into this closer to whenever the elections are. But let's have a look and see if he will remain in power or if he'll be pushed out. Let's see. Knight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Four of Cups in the past, Queen of Wands in the middle. The advice is the Four of Swords. The outcome is Four of Swords. There is a Empress card as the advice and the Eight of Pentacles. So, I asked if he would still be in power or if he'd keep his place as the London mayor at the next mayor election. There are no absolute yes cards here. There is... I don't know why this popped into my head. There is a military man who is building a foundation that's going to come out of nowhere and get the position. And there'll be a powerful woman that has an influence over the next mayor election. Because it's the Queen of Wands, it's very esoteric. She's very trusts her gut. She doesn't go with the norm. She doesn't toe the line. She's kind of a rebel. And I feel like there's going to be a woman who will come to the front as well. But there's definitely some military military man who's going to get involved in this, fast thinking, coming in to save the day, your knight in shining armor kind of card. There are secrets. There is going to be some, we don't know everything about the election, certainly. And in the near future, there'll still be some secrets that we are unaware of. But with 2 4s, I don't know if he'll make it. He might get ousted before. When is the London mayor election? I feel like he might be ousted before that. And the advice is the Empress and the Eight of Pentacles. So with the Empress, this is the divine feminine. This is females coming together. This is the fertility card. This is the card of women. I don't know how to say it any better than that. It's like women are coming together and working on a plan. This is the worker bee, and you've got this woman, divine feminine, working on a plan. So there is a plan in the making, and women will come together. A lot of women will come together and maybe put a spanner in the works for him. I would say there is a foundation that's being built as well around this. These women. You've got the Queen of Wands and the Empress in there. So two very strong women cards. So I'm just going to ask a very straight question. Will he be pushed out? Just for more advice, I'm not going to do full spread, more advice. Will he be pushed out before the next mayor election? It's a secret in 8 weeks, 8 months. And the Queen, not the Queen, the High Priestess. Goodness me, the High Priestess. So the 8 came down first, which is walking away from disappointment. It's been hugely disappointing. And you've got this another divine female energy coming into this, but it is a secret card. And another 8. So I've got a sneaky suspicion he might not make it to the next mayor election. or even if he is, he won't be put on the next ballot to stay. He wouldn't be considered by, I don't even know who selects who goes in for it. Okay, so next question I want to look at. Quite honestly, I'd like to see him arrested, and for his hiding of evidence, for his burying of these cases, for the state of our city. I personally think it's a crime in its own, where it's dropped down. The crime rates are through the roof. People don't feel safe. I want to see if there's a potential for him to be arrested and prosecuted for maybe things we don't know about that could come out. I just want to ask that card. Sorry, I had a couple of cards flip. Let's have a look and see if Sadiq Khan could be arrested and prosecuted for crimes known or unknown to us as the general public. Let's see. Right, first card, 6 of Swords. Second card, 9 of Wands. An ace. Woo! That's exactly what I want to see. 2 of Wands. An ace. Oh, 8 of Wands. It came up upside down. Interesting. And the Death card. Wow. So I'm going to say off the bat, yes, we've got 2 aces. They are major yeses. Had one of them popped up first, I wouldn't even bother reading the rest. I think we've got a little bit of time. He thinks he can get himself out of the trouble that he's in. He seems to think that he could. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to skip the country and go abroad. He's trying to block the information coming out and not let any information come out, which is possibly why the 8 of Wands came up upside down. I don't normally read upside downs, but I thought that this was interesting because my cards are always stacked the right way. So for a card to come out upside down, it's very bizarre for my deck, which means it needs to be upside up. So 2 aces is a yes. I then have a 2 of Wands in the middle, which is, a guy with the world in his hands, someone who thinks that they're in complete control, but they've got to make a decision. And there's also the card of travel. And then you've got the 6 of Swords next to it, which is also the card of travel. And coming out of troubled waters. And then you've got the 9 of Wands. So there is a last battle, before it becomes the 10, which is an ending. There is a last battle, a last stand, but underneath it is the Death card. But it doesn't mean physical death, right? Not unaliving or anything like that. It just means a slow, painful ending, and things will never be the same again. So we asked if he was going to be arrested for things known and unknown to us. And I've got 2 aces, which is 2 yeses. One in the past, by the way, and one in the near future. It's interesting that it's in the past because I haven't noticed him being arrested. Maybe there's paperwork in the pipeline that we are unaware of that could come out soon. This 8 of Wands upside down is a lot of information squashed. It's a lot of information that is it. When it does come out, that's the end. When that information comes out, that's the end. So let's ask, how long do we have to wait to see him in handcuffs? How long? King and the 10. I'd say we're very close. The King of Wands is, it can be the legal card, and you've got the Ace of Swords in the background. So I feel like there's paperwork being drafted, and there's going to be a man who, could issue it. And a 10 of Swords. Oh. Well, that's my video on Sadiq Khan for now. I might feel like I need to do another one. I don't know. We'll see how the day goes. And we'll see what happens. I mean, could be exciting though, right? Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.